And do you sell your art as well?
So at the moment, I for the last few years I haven't been. You know, when I was starting out, it was something I was sort of really doing. And I think if I wasn't working sort of the job I'm working at the moment with Cell Week in terms of more in like a media position as a manager, rather than being a photographer, you know, I'm still a photographer, of course. That's still my job, I would say, but I work a lot more now, sort of like hiring other photographers and creating media teams and stuff like that. But so I haven't really had to think about selling my work, you know. Yeah. And it's only till recently I just printed out some of my pictures for my apartment. That I had quite a few people asking where they could buy them, if they could buy them. And I don't have a website or anything anymore, but maybe it's something I should look at getting again and selling some of my prints for sure. So inbox is open if anyone wants to buy some.
All right. For the watchers and listeners, we'll leave some links below in the show notes. But let's switch to video there, because I before we switch, I definitely think that's a good idea, and I'm sure that people will be interested. I think that in the last few years, that as people were more at home, you know, they kind of started thinking about like, oh, what should I do with my house? You know, like, oh, maybe I should get a new picture. And I think here's where people kind of got more aware of it, you know.
Yeah, for sure, man. I always had this idea in my head that whenever I owned my own apartment or my own house, or even if I rented, like the only pictures I would have in there would be my own. I know that sounds vain or whatever, but not because I think my pictures are the best or anything like that, but just purely because that was like a goal I set myself in my head. Like I would love to walk in a hallway and say, well, I shot that picture. That's my picture. Or, you know, or like now I'm looking around at my pictures on the wall and stuff. Like, if you want, I can take them down and show you. But yeah, I think like you said, with everyone being at home, your home is your space, your safe space. So you should be full of these pictures and things on the wall which make you feel comfortable or bring certain memories back to you, or, you know, something like that. So
I agree. Yeah. Videos do that for me, you know, like I sometimes rewatch old videos and I'm like, I remember where I was when I shot that. And you can kind of feel the feeling and hear your thoughts kind of coming from there. Yeah.
That's also, I think that's one thing similar with the photography as well. Like you can look back at a picture or so for you, a video, you know, and like you said, you instantly go back into that moment of where you were when you shot it, what you were feeling when you shot it. Like this picture I'm looking at over here now, it's the guy fishing on Uchec Neretve. If you want, I can drag it up just so I don't have to flip the camera.
That's one of a really hard word to say, man.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that place.
That's hard to say for me, man.
This is the picture.
Nice.
So I've had it printed and put on my wall.
Black and white, right?
Black and white, yeah. But when I look at that picture, I remember everything, like every feeling. And as soon as I hit the click, I was like, that's the shot. You know, I hit it and I knew it was the shot. That's the shot. And when I got back and put it on my laptop and started to look at the edit, I was like, oof, okay, there's only one thing that could have made this picture better, and that was if the guy was throwing the fishing net or something.
And if you caught it like midair.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he wasn't doing that. He was sticking a rake into the ground, but still, nevertheless, it's still a good picture.
Were you shouting at him like, come on, throw it, man?
Yeah, throw the net. He didn't have a net. I was waiting for like a good 5 minutes to get the picture. I'm just hoping
throw something.
Do something for me. Come on.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see the full version, go to the Uncle Gold Podcast YouTube channel or watch the next clip.